Masked men padlock the entries to Brisbane's Cross River Rail construction project at multiple locations. A number of worksites were blocked after the CFMEU raised concerns about pay and conditions. A brawl breaks out when non-union workers try to walk through a picket line. At Brisbane Metro, the CFMEU block rival Australian Workers' Union from the job. At Centenary Bridge, AWU officials are harassed as they try to leave.
We've seen a massive increase in the level of violence, be it physical and mental. We've seen standover tactics. We've seen bullying, intimidation on sites and of employees.
Andrew Chapman is the president of the Queensland Major Contractors Association.
Some of the allegations we've heard have been construction employees being threatened with things like baseball bats. We've heard allegations of construction employees being followed home.
The CFMEU's Construction and General Division has been in administration for almost a year. Last month, a report instigated by administrators stated the Queensland branch had been operating with a culture of violence.
I was shocked, but not surprised by the Watson report. The misogyny, the abuse, the intimidation inflicted by the CFMEU over many years.
The review, conducted by Senior Counsel Jeffrey Watson, has been slammed by former CFMEU leadership as an outrageous attack.
We utterly reject what is written in this report. Particularly offensive are the assertions that Mr Watson makes that the former leaders overseen and encouraged a culture that promoted misogyny, bullying, violence, and in particular targeting of women and children. What an outrageous lie.
CFMEU administrators told 7:30 the administration will continue its work ensuring the traditional and long-standing union values of solidarity, justice and equality replace the culture of violence and intimidation. The Watson report has sparked a commission of inquiry launched by the Queensland Government with powers of a royal commission. It will be able to compel witnesses and provide them greater protection.
The Watson report says that it only scratched the surface. People are saying they didn't give the Watson review any information because of fear of retribution, but they will testify to a royal commission.
The inquiry will investigate alleged wrongdoing across the industry.
It'll be focused on construction sites in Queensland. It'll be focused on the enablers of the CFMEU, who enabled the CFMEU to get away with what they did for so long in Queensland. To not do anything would be wrong.
The government's review will also examine the impact of alleged misconduct on lagging productivity. Are you concerned that during this commission of inquiry we'll see protest activity which could impede productivity in the state?
I implore hardworking construction industry members who are only members of the CFMEU because of that's their construction union to know that the only way going forward is a positive construction industry. And we will not, as this government, the new government, will not tolerate what we've seen for 10 years on construction sites.
The Queensland Productivity Commission last week warned venues for the 2032 Brisbane Olympics may not be completed unless industry issues are resolved.
If the unions threat that Olympic projects will be targeted, that could be quite massive.
Alan Patching led construction of Sydney's Olympic Stadium.
The general feeling you get from even people in the industry is, let's get started, let's get started. My view is if you get started before you've planned it in sufficient detail to avoid problems, that's a big mistake. You'll end up running too late with the problems that do come up eventually.
But he's concerned a lengthy government inquiry will not leave time to fix problems so facilities can be built.
If we're going to have a successful Olympics with similar trial times and contingency times that we had in Sydney, Work needs to be beginning on this site by not much later than the middle of next year.
He says the government needs to step in and pass legislation to force work to go ahead.
In other words, all the games infrastructure will be critical, and there'll be fines, perhaps even individually as well as for unions, if they breach or cause problems that is unrealistic or inappropriate on critical infrastructure.
We'll take whatever action we need to, legislatively, administratively, regulatory, to ensure that productivity returns to work sites in Queensland.
We don't want the winner of the first 100-metre heat chasing the painter down the straight, right?